Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and today we're going to do a mini update on the Taming the Stash project. So I guess this is like video 4, and I'm just going to call this video 4 the first micro update. So anyway, this is by the seat of my pants. Last time I filmed, apparently we got no audio. So hopefully I can maybe not yak quite as much as I did last time and get to the point a little bit quicker and show you guys. So really, I'm just pleased with how great my yarn wall is looking and what I did to it. So I kind of want to just brag. I'm not going to lie. This is kind of going to be a bragging moment. I spent an entire week, all of my crafting time, all of my dedicated time reorganizing this. And while I know at first glance, it's not going to look that different, and we'll talk about the other spots in the room and how different those are looking too. Trust me, as far as usability and visibility, this is massively different. I will, at the end of this video, try to put together some side-by-side pictures, especially of the yarn wall, so we can really look at like the difference, or maybe I'll do that like in a break in between moments or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Once again, seat of pants. Didn't even put on lipstick. This is like post-dinner, getting ready to go to bed. Anyway, it is pitch black outside. Saturday night. So this is literally a refilm as quickly as possible, since I couldn't upload this morning a silent video of me pointing and you just seeing hands going in and out of the camera. So let me flip this real quick. And this is what my big yarn wall looks like. So at first glance, once again, it's still like just overly full. I did not go through all of the bins here. Now, the 2 bins on the end, that is Craftsy Kits, and that is my alphas for scrapbooking. I did not touch any of these bins here, but I did go through those 2. I think I actually put some stuff in that one, but I went through those 2 and those 2. So 6 of these, I know what they are, and 6 of these I haven't touched. But you guys, look at that hole. Look at that. That is an empty cube. That had yarn in it. Now you just have Bones McCoy. Come on. My pineapple from Cheryl and my little lamb doll that I made. Look at that hole. Look at that hole. Look at that hole. Now that hole will be filled. I have some red and white yarn that will go in there that was bought to make Santa hats. I still haven't made them. It's in my bedroom closet. Anyway, we have holes. We have very much organized visibility. I am chef's kiss. So pleased with this. So first off, we do have some yarn in my alpaca basket still. This is stuff I spun or dyed myself, and sock sets. So it's not over full. It's not overfilled. It's just a very specific group of things. And when I'm filming recently, because filming table, I can just kind of set things there. That's my sweater that I haven't frogged the rest of yet. But we now have room in this. This is the DK Sport hand-dyed, random hand-dyeds. This is some fingering weight. Now, a lot of this are groups or sets of things, but there are some just like one-off skeins. Like that is just a one-off skein. These are just one-off skeins. That's a one-off skein. But these are a set from a dyer on Etsy. These 3 are a set from Apothecary that I got 2 years ago at the Southern Comforts Fiber Market. And there are some of the Southern Comfort Fiber Market items in here too. So my basket, if you watched my ALC and Yarnable unboxing for this month, my basket is back to just ALC and Yarnable yarns. And nothing else is stacked up here. My bin with my hamburger socks. Like I said, this will be done this year. That is still sitting there. But the stack of stuff, the overflowiness of things, I did set this to the side. That's a whole nother thing. But that's just so I know where it is, and it's right there. I need to make a hat out of that to match my cowl. Anyway, But we already have massive visual difference to this bookcase. Over here, it really doesn't look that different, although I did start moving things around a little bit. Like I'm trying to get all my coffee shop here. I would like to eventually make like one of these, just all the worsted weight cotton cakes. Because like that's cotton cakes. That's cotton cakes. That's roving, and that's roving. Those actually need to go somewhere else. And I'd like to kind of get all of my fingering weight and sport weight. Like maybe I had to do like acrylic and cotton or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to work on how I want this to look, because I also have to keep in mind this shelf is visible when I film. So I would like to have that looking nice and neat. And then those are just single skeins up there. And then I don't know what to do with those. But once again, another story. Trying to make this quick, trying to not overtalk. So, over here, you guys will remember we started off with 6 of these totes that were the yarns Erica gifted me out of her stash. And one of the goals was to integrate all of these into my stash. So we're down to 4 Erica totes. These 2 totes now have yarn I have pulled off. That one's DK weight and sport weight. This one is worsted weight that I intentionally want to use on the Addy or crank out in quick projects. Same thing with this. This is some of the last things I pulled. Some of these were, I had tossed them somewhere. Anyway, that just got corralled that way. There's no particular reason. I did add this into a shawl, and the other 3 balls are down there. We have a banana. Hi there, little banana. One of my spinning wheels. Just throwing that out there. All right, so this is where I've been working on the sock weight blanket project. This is a single layer with holes in here. If you remember when I showed this to you 2 weeks ago, this was an overfull basket. I have 10 out of 12 tubes done, so I am almost done cranking this out. And I'm going to use this red and probably that tan with some more of that Peyton's Croy that I have in my stash to make a hat to go with the tube that failed. So I have actually cranked 11 tubes out of this. Just one's now going to be a scarf instead of a hat. This I set here to be part of the pastel blanket I'm working on. If you just remember, as we crossed by the Addy real quick, I already have that started in one. I think this is going to border that blanket, and this is the other yellow one. We haven't had much of a change here. We did add a couple neutrals here. Okay. Just to catch you up on all the extra stuff, the other stuff, because the big pièce de résistance is talking about this. So we have holes. That's fantastic. That's wonderful. Holes are great. Holes mean we're moving things, we're progressing things. So we only notice have 2 totes that came out of here. So it's not like I took a whole bunch of stuff out. And believe it or not, even though we have holes and holes and holes, I also brought stuff from my bedroom down. This was all in my bedroom. I bought this for a shawl, and it's been in my bedroom in a bag since I shared it with you guys a year ago. So real quickly, what I did, I will try to remember to link these in the description box. I got these dividers. They're shelf dividers that I got off of Amazon. So I will try, it'll be an affiliate link, but I will try to remember to put these on here. I've already bought another set because I use so many down here. I don't have enough to finish organizing my closet, but it happens. So we have, let me go back again. I'm not making this easy on myself, am I? We have 2 fingering weight, 2 sport DK weight, 1, 2, 3, 4 worsted weight, which does tend to be what I use the most of, and 2 bulky weight. So, well, 2 bulky weight plus some. I have a couple of yarns that say 5, but really are 4s, or some that are 4s that I think are going to work more like 5s. Anyway, I have more than one. of these skeins. These are duplicates. This is the sparkly yarn that kicked off this whole thing of I really need to use my stash, because when I did my Advent project, I wanted to do it 2 colors, and I knew I had 2 of these and I could only find 1. I had some overflow that after I thought it was done, I wasn't, and found some more skeins where I had more than 1. So I stuck a drawer divider in here, or a shelf divider. That's those. This is Queen City yarn, and Lolo did it. Queen City on top, Lolo did it on the bottom. Solid hanks. Variegated hanks. Some tonals, but mostly variegated. Solid skeins. Most of them are Knit Picks Stroll. That's fine. Most of these are Knit Picks Hawthorne. Neons and brights. And then we have colors. I had a lot of neons, and look at all that space in there. I still have space in my neon bin too. So these are kind of just random, but I was able to move these off the bookcases. These are Premier Lunas, and one of the loops and thread version of that. If you guys have been watching me up until I moved the wall, that's all my Premier Nordica and Bloom. Wool hanks, acrylics, Knit Picks Brava DK weight or sport weight acrylic, wools, DK Sport wools. This one's a little bit weird because we have 50-gram skeins random. These are just sat here. This is the section they would go in. They just don't really have a group. And then this is a sock or sweater quantity of this yarn. This is Glamour, and whatever this one is, it's an old Vanna's Glamour with Lion Brand. I just keep meaning to use it and haven't. These are Cotton's Bamboo Linen. Cotton Bamboo Linen. This is where worsted weight begins. Most of this, with the exception of this bottom little bit here, is Marley Bird's Red Heart collaboration Merino wool, or Merino nylon blend. This is a Peyton's Classic, and these are all other wools. I just didn't move those because where was I going to move them to? Worsted weight, Knit Picks Brava. Most of this is worsted weight Knit Picks Brava. There are some Peyton's Canadiana. These were some other just worsted weight randoms. Isaac Mizrahi. I kind of went with like sparkles here. This is a universal yarn. It's actually left over from a blanket, and then I bought more of the green because I really love that green. Most of this is Premier, except that burgundy, which is Lion Brand Hometown. I have more than what I need for the project in mind, but we're going to keep it till now. I've already shared this section with you. That is worsted weight acrylic roving style yarns. Most of it is sheepish, but there are some others in there. Red Heart Soft, Lion Brand jeans, plus some Bernat satin. That's my Red Heart. That's all that I have left of just standard Red Heart Super Saver, plus this. Oh no, this is actually, I love this yarn. Never mind. That's all I'm going to have left. That's all I have left on my wall. This will go into a project that I already started a couple years ago. This is actually soft. This isn't even Super Saver. So Super Saver, Super Saver, Super Saver, Super Saver, Super Saver, soft. This is already going into a project. I hate to get rid of this color because I love it. Like, I don't intentionally want to use this up. I really love this color. And this is the newer one, so it's a little bit softer. I have, these are Loops and Thread Impeccable. I have a blanket quantity of this brown. That's from Erica Stash. This is from Erica Stash. That's from Erica Stash. Look at all that Erica Stash stuff I got. These are my Hobby Lobby yarns. These, turns out, are actually size 4 yarns. These are Peyton's Venus. So this is kind of cotton blend section. Wool blends. Like, we got some Nora, some Lion Brand. This is actually a Premier Alpaca blend. We have hand-dyed wools, mostly. with the exception of these two hanks. Now this one probably will not get used anytime soon just because it brings me such joy to see this hank every time. I keep moving it to places so I see it. I am still eternally grateful for this beautiful gift because look at those colors. But that was an amazing gift from Gary, and I haven't found the perfect thing to do with it. So I am going to continue to cherish this hank, and I've got to find where I want to hang it. I've had it hanging in different places, so I always see it. Premier Basics. That's all I'm going to have left with this first pass. Now, this is the one where some of these are listed as 4s, but I think they're going to work like 5s. Some of these are 5s. But these are just kind of grouped together because they were easy to group that way. This is a Woolies Chunky. All of these bottoms are like Bloom Chunky. This is I can't remember the Michaels version of the Chunky acrylic wool. Shell in a ball. Hand dyed or hanks. Barcelona, and we start Scarfy. Then we have Scarfy, Scarfy. Some more random wool blends. And these are all acrylics down here. Boa yarns or other similar type yarns. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. Unfortunately, I think those like potato chip scarves and floofy scarves are coming back. So maybe I'll hold on to them for now. But like I said, I do have some more boa that will be going in here that's red and white that are meant for Santa hats. But you guys, how much just user-friendly does that seem? Am I crazy, or like, does that not just seem so much more? I've got that yarn. Let me go grab it. I'm going to go grab it real quick off the wall. I know I still have a long way to go. Like I said, I want to get all these used or moved. I want those to be in places I can more easily get to them. And I'd like to start decorating that section of the craft room. I would like to start using this area more decoratively, like my Bride of Frankenstein wigs there, Lamley's there. I have another super amazing sentimental gift. This is the Cinnamon Stitches Tri-Premier pack, and this is her collection. This was her threesome trio, and I refuse to use it because every time I see it sitting there, it just brings me joy. It brings me happiness to see it as is. So there are some things, like I said, I mean, they're collector items. They're dear to me. So there are things that I'm not planning on using that I have. But anyway, I'm going to try to get some side-by-sides here so you can see the yarn wall as a whole side-by-side from where it was at the beginning of the year versus the way it looks now. We'll see if it looks that different side-by-side. I think it does, but once again, I have to go and grab stuff. So I know how much more usable it is. I don't know how different it really looks, but I had to brag. I had to brag. This was a week's worth of work. Like, all of my crafting time was dedicated to getting this together. So I'm pleased with myself. Anyway, I love you guys. I will see you real soon. I'm still hoping to get the tutorial filmed on Monday for how I bind off the tubes for how I've been doing the blankets. So hopefully we will have that up for you on Tuesday, and then we'll have a show and tell again on Thursday. But I love you guys. Please take care, and I will see you real soon. Bye, guys.